Hello, Bitcoin plebs and bulls. Here we are for another FU Money, the big live stream on Saturdays. Today, people are joining here, still joining. Today, we are going to see what's happening with Bitcoin, of course, and according to the title, Bitcoin setting up for the perfect storm. Probably. I just noticed something this morning. I was checking the charts and preparing for the live stream today. And who knows, tonight also on Hardfork Cafe, but I still don't know. The guys over there, they always forget to send me messages to tell me. So I don't know if I'm going, but probably I will because Danielle is not available. So I was checking the charts today, this morning, as I said, and probably there's a perfect storm coming. Let's see what's going to happen. But before that, some good news. Let me just put here on the screen already the sharing of the website so that you guys can see it if you want to check it out. But first, some good news. So everything is arranged, and now I have confirmation that I will be in El Salvador in the 10th. On the 10th of February, I'm going to arrive in El Zonte, the Bitcoin beach. And finally, for the first time, I'm going to check what's happening over there. As any good Bitcoiner, I am going also to visit and join many of them that are already there. So I will, of course, I am planning to do a short documentary about my visit. I'm going to spend almost around 3 weeks in El Zonte. So I will probably also live stream from there. And I hope you guys like the streams and everything I'm going to show you from there. So let's see how that goes. But for you guys to know, I will be in El Zonte Bitcoin Beach on the 10th of February. So just wait for the news. News are coming, of course, not just there, but also before. I will keep you up to date on all the developments about this. So now that everything is confirmed, and that's why I also spent a lot of time this week preparing the trip, and I missed the live stream on Wednesday and Friday. I was taking care of some stuff and still exchanging emails with the hotels over there, preparing everything, buying the plane tickets, all that. And on Friday, I also had I had to write a deed for a new cell, so I got rid of another house, and that will be into Bitcoin really soon. So good news for Bitcoin, and I hope to get the bottom still as soon as the fiat shitcoin is ready to send to the exchange. Let's see how that goes. But let's go. So today, Saturday, a longer live stream. Of course, I will chat with you guys. Everyone wanting to chat with me, you know what to do already. You have to use the @ symbol before the channel's name to get my attention on the chat, and I will see it with an orange background. You guys know the drill already. So if you want me to answer any questions, or if you want to chat with me about something on the charts or anything else, just don't forget to mention the channel name so I get the orange background and I see that you guys are talking to me on the chat, because if there are too many messages, it will not be easy to find your questions. So let's go and start here. So you guys know already, we have the website here. All the information about the channels is inside this website, on this website. So if you want to check all the links available to all the platforms that we are right now, just click here on this yellow button, check our network of channels, and of course it will take you to the main 3 channels we have. So the one you are watching right now is the orange logo background, and you have all the 4 links here if you want to watch it in different platforms. So we are here on the website itself. You can also watch the videos here. On YouTube, the link on Rumble, so you can click the link on Rumble if for any reason, we never know with YouTube, if for any reason we are banned from YouTube, you can always continue to watch the videos on Rumble, and here is the link for this channel and also Telegram group where you can address everyone there, 700 people already, and myself, I'm also there every day. You can join the Telegram group here. Also the Portuguese channel for those of you that speak or understand Portuguese and you prefer the Portuguese content. Of course, it's not updated as much as the one on the main channel, but you also have technical analysis almost every week. The ones I do at the Hardfork Cafe, I always upload also to the Portuguese channel. And soon enough, Not right now because of my travel to El Salvador, but soon enough we will resume the conversations with relevant people on the Portuguese channel. And you have, of course, all the links. We are also on podcast platforms, and you can check them on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Also, we are already on the 3 of them. And if you prefer to listen to the audio on the go, or also the channels, the video channels on YouTube and Rumble, you can also check that. The Telegram group also for the Portuguese speakers is here. And of course, this one, please guys, just join this one here, because we are 10 people away from getting 1,000 subs on the news aggregation channel. This is a channel where I publish all the news regarding financial stuff and Bitcoin in specific. So you can visit the channel here on the website, but please go to YouTube and subscribe it, because we are 10 people away, 10 subscriptions away from 1,000. And we would like to have all the 3 channels with more than 1,000 people subscribing. So please go there, visit. You will always get all the relevant news on this channel, of course, edited by me with just the juice that you need to learn everything you want about Bitcoin and the financial stuff in general. So we are also on Rumble on this one. All of the channels have the YouTube channel and the Rumble channel, with the exception of the Portuguese one. We also have the podcasts platforms. Okay, so just visit the website, and to visit the website, it's fumoneypod.com. You know this already. Just go there. This is the homepage. Click the yellow button. You have all the information about the channels and all the links you have available to subscribe. Okay, and that's it. So today we will have a longer one, but of course, and people continue to join. Thank you very much to you all. Thank you very much. Don't forget, subscribe to the news channel, because we are just 10 subscriptions away of the 1,000, and I hope to do it today. So let's do it together. Let's go to the numbers. And of course, I will, so many people here already. We have Firmino, José Dias, Serafim, José Dias again. What's that one? Wewito. I think it's the first time I see you here, at least with that name. And Pedro Alves, Godscop, Fábio Costa, Andrea Rocha. Hi, Andrea. Hi, how's your cat? And Maria is here too, having troubles with the stream. Is talking or just me? Well, I don't know, guys. It seems like okay on my side. The data rate is okay. Google is not, YouTube is not telling me anything. So check, you guys, if everything is okay with you guys, just put a number 1 on the chat. If something is wrong with the audio or video, please write a 0. But let's check it out. So also, who is here? José Dias again, and Paulo Segurado is here again. Thank you for coming, and hello, Paulo. And we have Hugo, Alexandre Cruz, Pedro Oliveira, São Facundo, Fredo Soto, Pedro Oliveira again. So many. Zombie cat flip out. Good evening, everyone. So people are joining. Thank you very much for joining today. So all the news are done. I already explained everything about my trip to El Salvador. And of course, we will have a lot of updates before that and during the trip. From there, live, of course, I will try to live stream every time I can. If I can't, I will just upload the videos with all the information. Okay, so that's it. Let's see the numbers. And Bitcoin is now, let me just put this in full screen, refresh the page. So we are now at $37,500. That's an increase of 0.9, almost 0.9, 0.88% in the last 24 hours. Of course, you guys know already, this is a 24-hour spot volume trade. So this is the volume of all the trades of the past 24 hours only on spot markets. This is not derivatives. This is about buying the coins, the real coins. Okay, so no derivative shit here or any futures or anything like that. So 37,500, that's an increase of 0.88, now 0.82% in the last 24 hours. That's equivalent to the volume of $5.87 billion. Ethereum at 2,542 with a 4% increase and a volume of 4.4% in the last 24 hours. $4.4 billion in the last 24 hours. The rest, I don't really care, so you guys know that already. But most of them are in the green. We have 2 in the red. This crap here and this crap here are in the red. All the rest are in the green. But Bitcoin is hanging there, and let's see what's happening in the charts. Okay, everyone wrote on 1, so I guess everyone is getting the feed okay. That was just probably something, a hiccup there on one of the streams, but that's cool. So let's go to the charts. And we will start here with the total market cap chart, the index of TradingView. You guys know that already. I'm just going to delete this and I will build it on real time for you guys. So this is the correction we have been suffering from the previous all-time high on total market cap, around 3 trillions. It's not easy to say that. So $3 trillion was the all-time high for the total market cap. We are now around 1.678. So $1.68 trillion. We lost almost half of the market cap here. And we are now at the 76. I always forget the 76 exactly. So we are now at the 76 Fibonacci retracement level for the total market cap. We are navigating the 76%, which is the longest extension of the Fibonacci before the 100%. So we have been holding the lines around the 76% Fib retracement here with an ABC correction, and I'm going to plot that in real time for you guys, which was really, really interesting. And I will show you the perfect storm, which I think might be coming in Bitcoin when we get to the Bitcoin chart. But for now, let's check the total market cap and the ABC correction. So I will have to get rid of this ticker for now because I have all my tools down here, and I'm going to use the ABC correction tool, and I'm going to tell you what I think about this. So this is the A and B. Sorry, this is completely wrong. Let me just delete that. A, B, and C. So this is the ABC correction that we have been having from the all-time high. Almost 50% of the total market cap vanished. That would be 1.5, but we are at $1.68 trillion. So this is configuration. This is the ABC correction, which I thought was here A, B, C, and then we continue to go down. So now we have to replot this, the ABC correction of Elliott waves. And for the Elliott wave, ABC wave to be correct, there is one thing that has to be accomplished. The wave C, the last wave, the C wave, has to be composed of another 5 waves to the downside. So if this was not, and this was not correct, if this was the A, B, C here, this was not composed of 5 waves to the downside. And that probably invalidated the previous ABC correction I had that was going to the 2 trillion mark. And that's why this is the correct one, because as you guys can see, and I will plot it for you, we have exactly 5 waves composing the C wave. And that will start there. Then we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And there you go. So the C wave of the main correction, ABC correction, is composed of 5 Elliott waves. We have even an extended wave 5, which is bigger than the one in of the 3 waves here in the middle. So we have a configuration of an extended wave 5 to the downside, and that probably will be the configuration of this ABC correction. So this is one of the points I want to include in the perfect storm, which I believe the ABC correction is over. This is what I believe for now. Looking at the charts in the total market cap, I believe that the correction is over because we achieved the ABC correction and we have 5 Elliott waves composing the C wave and final wave of this correction. So that's my thought for now. Let's see if this is validated or not, if we continue to go to the upside. But for now, we have been holding the lines at the 76%, which is this white dotted line here, the 76% Fibonacci retracement level. So there are 2 indications for now that this correction might be over. The ABC correction, validated already as a C wave to the downside with 5 inner 5 waves, and also the 76% Fibonacci holding the lines of the support much above the levels that we were in July or the summer of 2021, after the 56% correction of Bitcoin that took us down here to the $1.12 trillion after being on an all-time high around $2.56 trillion. So for the total market cap, I believe the configuration is now still in play. Of course, it's not fully validated, because for that we need to start seeing another Elliott wave count to the upside. But for now, the 76% fib is holding the lines, and we have the 5 waves composing the final C wave of this correction. Also, we have something really interesting here. The context sine wave, the white line on the momentum here, is now at very low levels and starting to recover after being at very, very low levels. So the context sine wave is now starting to go to the upside, and the momentum, which is the orange line, you guys can see it much better this way. I'm going to zoom in. So the white or gray line, this gray line here, is the context sine wave, which was already really, really low and now starting to recover. And the momentum, which is the orange line here, is now also pointing to the upside. So all is getting aligned to have a reversal coming. So that's what I believe will happen after the ABC correction finally completed. We have all the setup to reverse to the upside. Now, we just have to wait. Of course, there are always probabilities of continuation. That is never out of the picture or out of the table. So it's always on the table to have a small probability to continue to the downside, which I believe now are less than the ones of reversing to the upside, according to all the oscillators here, the momentum oscillator and the context sine wave, and also seeing that we have already 5 waves composing the C wave of this correction. So that's it. This is my analysis for the total market cap. Let's take a look at dominance. Dominance continues to go up. We are now at 42.5% after we touched the 43.3% domination here. Dominance, sorry, of Bitcoin against all other coins or shit coins. So dominance looks good. We have established a bottom around the 39.5 or 40% to be to have a rounded number. We established 3 points which were around 40% for this bottom, and now look at that. Also the context sine wave starting to go up and the momentum also starting to go up. So let's see if this continues to the upside and the dominance continues to increase and we leave the shitcoins behind us. Now let's take a look at before we go to the pro indicators framework on Bitcoin, let's take a look here at the weekly chart for Bitcoin on the MRI strategy. So right now we did not even touch the 100 period, which I described in the previous video on Monday. So I was expecting the 100 period, which is the red line here on your screens, to start being support at the same level. We are exactly at the same level. That's the interesting part. We are exactly at the same level with the 100 period SMA on the weekly chart as we were on the close of the lowest body candles in the summer of 2021. So look at that. I'm just at the lowest point of the candle body of the summer of 2021. That was around $31,800. And that's exactly where we are right now with the 100 period SMA, which I was expecting, in fact, to hold as support for this reversal on the weekly chart. But now we don't even touch it. We didn't even touch it here, and we are now reversing again this week already to the upside after losing some ground since Monday to today, Saturday. So we have 2 more days, almost 2 days, 1 day and 8 hours to the close of the week. And it would be really important to close this week, at least with a bigger candle body, at least 2/3 of the previous red candle. If not, of course, having an engulfing candle for this week, that would be amazing. But that would imply that we would have to go above $43,000, and that's not easy. So let's at least have a doji candle here as the weekly green candle and hope for the best in the next few weeks. Because if we have a doji green candle, a green doji candle here, we will have the signal of a possible reversal on the weekly chart. And that's very, very important. Not as good as having a completely engulfing candle to the upside, but at least it's a very good sign. You guys know a green doji candle is already a very good sign of reversal, so let's wait for that and hope that this reversal comes before the 20-period SMA crosses the 50-period SMA, which it never did. Even after the 56% correction, it never did. You guys remember I was talking about it here when we were about to cross to the downside of the yellow line, but let's hope that it doesn't happen again here. We could at least go parallel for some time if we start to go up, and that is also a very good sign, but we need to wait a few more weeks to see the developments of the moving averages on the weekly chart, and if this doji actually acts as a reversal point and we start to go to the upside. For now, the count, it's not very, very good. We flipped the count to a number 1, and we are now on a red 2 of 9. So it's not looking good MRI-wise, MRI indicator-wise, but all the signals point to very strong support here, and you guys are starting to see the weeks left behind from those candles. So this candle left a nice week, and this one is, if we close the week like this, it will leave a bigger week like that, and that means really strong support, bulls buying the lower levels around $33,000 and 32 if we get there sometime. But for now, I believe that we are on really strong support here above the $32,000 mark, and you saw the bulls buying like crazy as soon as we touched it around 33,000. So let's hope that this is actually the signal of the reversal after 2 weeks after an MRI bottom on the weekly chart, which did not hold the line. So in this case, that is the best we can hope for. But the RSI is already going sideways, so we are not pointing down on the RSI, also a good signal there. And the MACD is already going to the lowest of the lowest levels for many, many weeks already. We are lower than, you know, I can't even see in this chart that goes back to August 2020. I don't see a lower level for the MACD as this one. So we were close here after the reversal, on the reversal point of the 56% correction in the summer of last year, but we are now even lower than that and around minus 1626, and that does not even touch that line over there. So also, we are getting signals on the oscillator here, the third one, which I yesterday sent to the groups. I sent the book where I was basing my studies of this oscillator, and Constance Brown, the lady that invented this oscillator, I published the book on the Telegram groups, the English one and the Portuguese one. So if you go back to around 2 a.m. Portuguese time of today, you will see I left a link if you want to download the book. It's a PDF. The complete book is there. That explains a lot about technical analysis in the markets and also about this third indicator, which is called Derivatives Oscillator. It's DO, Derivatives Oscillator. I will leave the screen here for you guys to see it. On my favorites, it's this one, Indicator Derivative Oscillator. Okay, it was coded by Lazy Bear, but this is an original work of Constance Brown, and I left the book written by her on the Telegram group. So don't forget, go check it out. It's around 2 a.m. in the morning last night, so I left it there on both groups. Okay, that's it for the weekly analysis. Now, let's take a look here, and this is where I want to discuss the perfect storm. Okay, so you guys remember from my last video, I was pissed off about the fact that people were about to sell around these levels, 33,000, 32.5, something like that. People were already setting up orders to sell their positions on negative ground and not getting, you know, people were needing some assurance, or at least I was telling them to not allow the emotions to take the best out of them. And so I had to do that video on Monday explaining that this is not the time to sell, this is the time to buy and to DCA. So I was just explaining in the last video. You guys can check it out. I'm not going to repeat myself again, but the red circle shows the area of the context where you should take profits or get out of the market if that is the case, if that's what your options lead you to believe. The green circle represents the buy areas because they are, of course, outside of the dump zone. The dump zone is in the middle of the context, and the context is defined by the gray boxes. So the gray boxes here at the bottom are the support context, the gray boxes on top are the resistance context, and you guys, of course, already know that you don't sell here. This is where you buy, and this is where you sell or take profits. Okay, the yellow circle, however, if we break the supports and continue to the downside, then the yellow circle is the area where you want to DCA. So I will leave this on screen for some more time because probably I will also use it tonight on Hard Work Cafe to explain that in Portuguese. But I'm not going to repeat everything I said on my previous video, so go check it out. It's episode 168, and you will have all the information about positioning yourself to take profits, to buy into the market, or to DCA into the market. So go check it out, and please stop allowing your emotions to take you to do stupid stuff. That's not what we want to do in the markets. We want to be rational and hold the lines, okay? So this is the new channel I have for you guys. The channel is now indicating that we have a range, and this is the fourth range boundary for this big range on the daily chart. So we have the first range boundary, second range boundary. This was the third. I forgot to put there the numbers. And this is the fourth. And the fourth range boundary was actually touching this channel, which was plotted before we got there. So when I plotted this new channel, the white channel, I used the top line to unite those 2 points, the first and third range boundary. Then we had the second range boundary here. So I plotted this as a parallel line to this one on the top. And the price was around here, still inside the context, okay? Still inside the gray box. And look at that. We had a big drop, and it went exactly to the point. I'm not going to say that, or will I? Do you guys want me to say it? Exactly as predicted. So we went exactly to that point over there. Look at that. I have to put the hand on top of the bar so you guys can see the bar on top of the white line there. So we went exactly to that line, to the white line. And this is perfection. This is called perfection of technical analysis itself. It's not exact science, but sometimes it's so perfect. So it went exactly to that line over there, and then we started to recover. And now we are below the context already, but kissing the 76% Fibonacci retracement level. And I believe that we might start to go up. And why do I believe that? And this is the point where I'm going to explain the perfect storm. So you guys saw it already on the total market cap, and I saw already we have two major signals there. We have the context sine wave and the momentum, and we also have the ABC correction, which I believe is now coming to an end because we have finally the 5 waves that compose the C wave. So those are the signals from the total market cap. And here we also have the context sine wave coming from a really strong bottom, and we have also the momentum pointing up. Everything is pointing up. This is the daily chart, of course. It's not the weekly one, but on the daily chart, which is the context that we should be analyzing right now, this is setting up for a perfect storm. We have already bullish signals here. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see. We have a bullish divergence. We have an extremely low context sine wave here at this point, and we have the momentum trying to go up again, and we already have there bulls showing up. We have a green circle. You guys see there, this is a green circle and this is a blue circle. So the green circle is starting this line of bulls showing up, and the blue circle down here is the bullish alert. So this is bullish alert, and everything is composing to that reversal to the upside. Also on Bitcoin, we can see perfectly an ABC correction, and we are also composed of 5 waves on the C wave, exactly like the total market cap. So the indicator is also plotting the blue line here, which the indicator believes this will be the line of the reversal of the price action and the lowest point of this correction. So everything is setting up for a nice reversal to the upside, which I believe might come in a near future, okay? So we have so many signals setting up for a reversal. We have the context sine wave, And now I'm going to show you something really interesting also. I'm going to use the paintbrush here. So let's analyze when we had the previous big reversal after the 56% correction. This was at this point. So I'm going to mark it here. This was the point of reversal. And let's look where this was. Down here. On the context sine wave, we were around here. Okay? When we had the reversal. So look at that. We started by having a really low context sine wave exactly after the first big drop and start of the accumulation. And then the context sine wave started to go up. And then around the levels of minus 40 here on the context, we had the big reversal. So now let's take a look here. Where is this line around? We are exactly there. We are getting really, really close to that level. So the context sine wave is now at minus 48, and the reversal happened around minus 35, minus 40, minus 35 when the reversal happened. So this is very, very similar to this point. We are getting to a point where this is very similar. I admit we might still have a continuation to the upside, then a retest of the bottom of this range, and then reversal. And that might coincide precisely with the minus 35 or minus 30 even on the context sine wave, and the momentum is pointing up. So all the signals are there. All the signals are there. We just need confirmation. And for that, we have to have a reversal. Even if we continue to the downside, the context sine wave will continue to go up. Believe me, that's the way the indicator works. This will continue to go up because there are extremely strong forces reversing the sine wave here. And even if we, after this recovery, we still go down again, just like we did here, look at that. We started to go up, and then we continue to accumulate to the point of reversal for a second test of the range channel. And now we could do the same if this is a Wyckoff accumulation. And I believe if this is a Wyckoff accumulation, this is the spring, as we had the spring here on the second range boundary. So the fourth range boundary of this range could exactly be, again, the spring of the Wyckoff accumulation. Reversal to the upside, some more accumulation to retest the bottom of the channel, and reversal to the upside. This is what I still continue to believe, unless we lose all these support levels. If we lose the range, the ranging channel, if we lose the white line, and if we lose the 29K level of support for the second range boundary, then this might be really bad. But so far, so good. All the indicators are telling me that we are close to the perfect storm. So let's see if that happens. I want to believe that. You guys know I am an optimist by nature. So I believe that we might be close to a reversal, some more accumulation, probably even some more testing of this ranging channel. And then we would start to go up again, probably to start a new trend. But you guys know already this is the fourth range boundary, so you guys know what to do. The fourth range boundary for now is the place to DCA and to buy into the market again. Okay, so this is not financial advice. I'm just telling you what the indicators tell me and what actions are appropriate for each of the parts of this indicator. So as we are down here, of course, the indicator tells me this is the bullish area. The bullish signal is there, and this is the area to get into the market again. Unless we have a major black swan event here and we lose the ranging channel and we continue to go down. But that is, as I said before, the lowest probability. Guys, let's have some questions. This is a really interesting perfect storm that I was checking this morning and preparing for the live stream. But if you guys have any questions, please, you guys can start to do it now. Let's see if we have. I don't have any. You guys always forget, if you ask me anything, you guys always forget to do the you guys always forget to use the @ symbol to mention the channel. Please mention the channel so I get the orange background on your questions. It's much easier for me. Let's see if I have any marked questions here. No, I don't. No, I don't have any questions. So let's take a look at the dollar. I don't want to take a look at the dollar. I just got scared right now looking at this chart. Look at that. I don't want to take a look at the dollar. I just want the dollar to kill itself and die really far away in a very big distance from me. This is completely stupid, of course, but we have 5 waves to the upside, so we might have an ABC correction soon. I just looked at this and I see 5 waves. So let's see. Sorry, I need this tool. So 5 waves. Where is the wave? Is here. The wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. And wave 5, it might really come here. If we continue during the next week, we might touch this level of previous swing high and then have the reversal to the downside. You guys know already, after a 5 waves count, we always have an ABC correction. So let's see if that happens. I don't really like this chart. I don't like the fact that the dollar continues to go up. So we had already the 2 corrections of the 5 waves, and now we have the last and final 5th wave. So I hope the dollar goes down, but let's see. This could be the final excess or final wave 5 of this wave count. So we might hit this previous swing high that comes from here. From June of 2020, we had this previous swing high that is, of course, resistance. And if we touch it there, we might start an ABC correction. So let's see how this evolves on the weekly chart. Gold, of course, struggling to get above the moving averages. We are now below all of them at this price, 17.91. I don't really like that. Okay, let me just remove that. So gold is now below the moving averages and trying to fight its way back above the 100 period, the 50 and the 20. They are all together here. The only moving average that is not joined by all the others is the 200, which is down here. So now gold is still fighting sideways to try to get above these moving averages. No signals whatsoever for now. Also because the dollar is acting like stupid. You guys can see this huge candle here, which is similar to this one here. So the previous one was many, many weeks ago in June 2021. We never had a big candle like that. And now we just have one which is completely unexpected, to say the truth. I didn't expect this. I was expecting the dollar to slowly continue to the downside, but I guess some other countries are printing even more fiat shitcoin than the dollar itself. So let's see how that goes. I guess this is because of the lies of the Fed saying that they will start to slowly increase the interest rates on money. So this is based on a lie. So this candle will be a lie and probably a final excess of wave 5. Now gold, I said it already, the S&P is now trying to recover, but we have, and I noticed that in my when I was checking this morning, we have on the daily chart an MRI top. Sorry, not this one. Where did I see that? Weekly. Was it here? No, sorry, I saw that on the dollar. I'm completely... My head is completely crazy right now. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. So on the daily chart, this was not on the S&P. On the daily chart of the dollar, we have now an MRI top today, and we are already seeing this volatility at the top, indicating that we might start a sellout for the dollar here, which is in line with the final excess of the wave 5 that I just showed you before. So we have an MRI top on the daily chart of the dollar, and it's pointing down. So sell off, volatility already. We have doji here exactly in the middle of the weeks, and probably we will start to see a sell-off on the dollar on the daily chart. But for now, I will leave it on the weekly, which is the one I always analyze. So I guess we will be very, very close to a top here and start to go down starting next week. Okay, so that's it. The S&P, sorry, I thought this was on the S&P, but I was wrong. And here is the S&P on the weekly chart, finding support above the 50-period SMA, trying to recover. And on the daily, we had an MRI bottom. It was exactly the opposite. So we had an MRI bottom 2 days ago on Thursday, and we are now flipping and going sideways since Thursday. But we have a big candle here, so being rejected, of course, by the 200 period on the daily chart. Let's see how that goes. But we have already some moving averages crossing to the downside of the higher time frames. So I don't see if this is going anywhere for now. Probably we're going to get rejected again on the 200 on the daily chart, go down again and start to go sideways, accumulating some unless the dollar continues to go up like crazy, of course, and they continue to print. And in that case, I believe the S&P will easily break the resistance here at the 200 period SMA on the daily chart. But otherwise, it will continue to go sideways for some more time, probably until it gains the necessary force to break this resistance here and continue to the upside. But on the weekly chart, we are being supported around 43.66 by the 50-period SMA. Let's see how that goes there. You guys know that this was a completely synthetic move up because of the C word and all the printing of dollars that we had in the past year and a half. Almost 20% of all dollars in circulation were printed in the last year or two. So this is what moved the S&P up. This is not organic, this is synthetic. You guys know my opinion. For many months, I started to say this around October last year, probably, and I continue to say the same. So this just goes according to the will of the Fed. If they say they are going to raise interest rates, this will go down. If they say we are not going to raise interest rates and we are continuing to print more dollars, this will go up. So the S&P now is just a complete clusterfuck of stupid ideas of the Fed and people not listening to the truth. Okay, BTC final chart. We have 2 questions already. I will address them really soon, just after this one. So we continue in the middle of this half range here. The complete range would be around here, around 60,000. You guys know that already. So this is the bottom half of that big range that we saw before, and we continue to hold the lines, and we did not cross to the downside of this 30K level, which was the low of the summer of 2021. So in my opinion, we continue to range until we start a new trend, and the new trend will form itself. Probably you will see it starting to form around here, if this is, as I believe, the spring of the second Wyckoff accumulation pattern. Okay, let's go back and let's see what questions do we have right now. So we have one here. Let's see. Need to tag with FU Money podcast. What does that mean? I don't know what you mean by that, Hugo. Brun Vidigal need. Oh, okay. You are explaining to someone. Okay, yeah. Okay, so not like this, but okay. Podcast. So your bet is all-time high for May, June. Let's see if the range develops according to what I believe. Let's see. We might see an all-time high again, and I have to remove this. Yeah, probably during mid-year in 2022. We could see it in the summer, during the summer of 2022, if not before. If we have a very explosive move to the upside like we had here, just in July 2021, we could see an all-time high. So this took like July, August, September, October, November, 4 months. So if we have something similar to 4 months, that is January. So February, March, April, May. So it may come by the end of May, beginning of June, if we start to range up again and we break the all-time high around the summer of 2022. That would be a very, very reasonable thing to happen. So I think it's very, very possible. Okay. Who else has any questions? I see another. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I saw it. He finally did it. But Bruno, you have to use the @ symbol. Well, actually, in this case, it also worked with the cardinal. I don't know why, because YouTube says in their manual that we should use the @ symbol before the name of the channel to get the orange background. But in this case, he used the cardinal and also worked. So that's something new I just learned. I didn't know that we could do that. So, guys, any more questions? Chat with me. This is the day. This is Saturday. This is the day where you can ask me anything. AMA. That's a concept that people use a lot in the States. Ask me anything. So they do a lot of videos with AMA video, AMA stream, AMA this, AMA that. So if you guys agree, please tell me if you agree with my interpretation of the charts. If you don't, tell me also that you don't and I just fucked up everything and I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, I have another one, but this is, of course, Bruno Vigal is asking, so your bet is all-time high for May, June? Yeah, I would say that it's very reasonable to think like that. According to this range, if we think about how long it took from this low to the all-time high again, it's very reasonable to think that it could take 4 to 5 months again to get to the upside, break all the resistances, and get a new all-time high. And of course, the new all-time high would have to be 70K at least. I will not call it a new all-time high if we go to 69,200. That's exactly the same level as the one before, $200 difference. So for me, we have to cross the 70K mark, and I would say 4 months. It's reasonable if you think that this one took 4 months also, but this one was a really fast one, of course. But I would say 4 to 5 months would be very reasonable to think that we could have a new all-time high. Right, guys? Pedro is saying that you do a very complete TA. We don't have any questions, all answered. Thank you very much, Pedro. It's really nice to get messages like this one. So I guess, you know, I explained everything very, very well. Probably I will explain it again in Portuguese tonight on the Hard Fork Cafe podcast. So if you guys want to hear it again in Portuguese, of course, you are very, very welcome to join me again. I guess Danielle is not available to go to the Hard Fork Cafe podcast tonight. So probably I will be there. And I don't see any more questions. Let me put this back and remove this one. Great. You forgot the channel name. No worries, no worries. I'm just looking at the chat now, so I see every message being written there. Great interpretation indeed. Also thinking about a small retest of the previous values around 35Ks. Maybe it will happen after touching the 4041. Yeah, I believe that's possible. In fact, I completely forgot, and thank you for reminding me about this. I completely forgot, and let's see here. To mention that we might go to the 4041 resistance, which was in fact the third range boundary of this range here back in January 2021. So this dashed orange line you guys see here, this dashed orange line is exactly the third range boundary level of January 2021 when we started the parabolic move to the upside. And it's exactly around 40K. Let me confirm that. Yeah, just a few bucks above 40K, and I believe that we might see a continuation to the upside in the next few days, probably with some hiccups on the way, but we might get to the 40K level and then continue the accumulation for a second retest. That's one of the scenarios that are very, very possible. Continue to the accumulation to retest the bottom of this ranging channel again, before we have a final reversal to the upside. But if we do test this channel again on the white line, this will be already above this previous level. So this previous level was 33K, and if we do that again, I might expect at least 34 minimum, and not to be crossed below the 34K level to the downside if we want to have a, you know, similar development of what happened in the previous summer of 2021. So I know, guys, you always tell me I'm a big optimist, but you know, the signals are there. You see the context sine wave is going up, the momentum is going up. This new ranging channel I have here went exactly to the level that was expected, because I plotted it when we were still inside this support context box, the gray box here. So we were around 40,000 something, probably coming down, and you know, it just touched it. It just touched it. It was a perfect touch, and then it went back up. So I'm expecting this to work, and all the signals point to this perfect storm, probably to the upside. So let's hope for the best. I'm always hoping for the best. I hope my travel to El Salvador brings some bullishness back to the charts. and you guys see, I'm happy, I'm smiling, so there's no reason to be alarmed anywhere. We are still inside all of the expectations for at least the worst case scenario, that would be this retest of the 30K level, which we were very, very close. So you guys remember I had the A, B, C scenarios, and actually the C one happened, which was the worst case, and we were able to support the price action around 33,000 and not even retest the 29K, and continuing inside this ranging channel here. So I have to put the numbers there. This is the third range boundary, this is the fourth range boundary, and from here, if we continue to range, then we have to check the weekly chart, which I should have checked already. This looks bullish. This looks bullish to me, of course. At these levels of this price, we were used to corrections of $1,000 when we were here, right? We were used to, in a context where the all-time high was 20K, you know, a 1K move was really, really big. And now we see corrections in the order of 20K or 30K, something like that, and people get nuts. And of course, in absolute numbers, that's a big number, 30K correction. But if you think percentage-wise, that's not much bigger than the percentage of a correction down here when we corrected from 14K to 4K. This was a $10,000 correction. This is the $30,000 correction. So in percentage-wise, comparing to the all-time high, this is not so different, guys. That's what you have to think. You have to think about this, of course. And if Bitcoin goes to $500,000, then, you know, $250,000 correction will be perfectly normal. And that's what we have to live with. So, so of course, it's not the absolute number of dollars of a correction that matters. It's the percentage, and this is a 56% correction. So we had so many in the past, and people get so crazy about this and all emotional. Let's see here. I have one more question, I guess. Here. So tell me what you think of Vladimir Putin's change of mind in relation to mining. Well, it's a very simple answer. You know, it's the orange pill. So let me just, sorry guys, I need to do something here on my screen. This was completely, okay, the screen is nice now. So let me go back to my angle here. So I guess what happened to Vladimir Putin is what is going to happen to every other government leader around the world. They will be orange pilled, and they will understand this is game theory. This is GTO. You know, if you are out, and you lose. So in order for you to win, you have to get in. You have to be orange pilled. You have to bring some mining and some Bitcoin to your country if you want to continue in the game and try to accumulate the more you can. So I guess, Putin is not stupid. He's not stupid. He knows that this will help Russia a lot because of the sanctions. And, because of those sanctions, this is one of the ways they can actually go around that and just show the middle finger to the United States. And so Vladimir Putin is not stupid, and he knows that he needs Bitcoin, as any other government leader, which is, still waiting to get orange pilled. That's it. That's my opinion about Putin. He's not stupid. That's the, I summarize my answer. Putin is not stupid. So he knows what's best for him and his country and the people there. And we have another one here. Did you see the news about Linus? Yes, I know. He's the Linux creator. Signed the code about Linus. Signed the code as Satoshi. We are all Satoshi. Wow. I didn't know that. Please, guys, send me the link on Telegram. I want to check it out and make some news about this. That's very cool. I like Linus very much. Since the late 80s, beginning of the 90s, I know Linus. I've been using Linux since the 90s. So I'm a very huge fan of Linux. Of course, I have several Linux servers. And I didn't know that he signed some code as Satoshi. We are all Satoshi. So please send me the link on the Portuguese group on Telegram or the English group. I will be there on both of them. I would like to check that. Any more questions, guys? No. I will check that. Definitely. I will check that for sure. As soon as you send it to me on the Telegram group, please. Just for you guys that still don't know, here is the... Oops, not this mouse. I'm always mixing up, all my rats here. Mice. Okay, so if you are still not in one of the Telegram groups, please check the site. The website is here, fumoneypod.com. Let me put it in full screen. You guys can see it better. Here it is, fumoneypod.com. Visit the website. Click this yellow button, check our network of channels. If you want to join us on Telegram, you have the English language group here, and you have the Portuguese language group here. Don't forget that for the Portuguese channel, we also have the podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and now Google Podcasts too. I just forgot to put the link here. And we are also on Rumble, so please join us on Rumble too. Subscribe on Rumble, because if YouTube kicks our butts out of the platform, we will continue to have the videos on Rumble, of course. But for now, just join the Telegram groups also. And don't forget, subscribe to this one. This little guy here is waiting 10 people. We are just waiting for 10 more people to get to the 1,000 subscriptions on this channel. So don't forget to join there. Okay, I had my publicity, my few minutes of publicity here. So let's go back to the charts and see if anyone else is asking anything. If no one else is asking anything, then it's time to go, guys. Oh, I think I have... If we don't get below 30... let's see. So this is from Pedro Alves. If we don't get below 35K, when do you believe we can get to 40? I actually said it. I believe we are going to 40 before we go to 35 again. If we are to repeat this pattern here. So if we are to repeat this, if this is the spring, right, the lowest point, if this is the spring, comparing to this one here, we are going up and then back down again to retest the ranging channel. So we are going to 40 before 35. But I guess you could also be asking, when can we get to 40 after this accumulation gets back to the bottom of the channel? Well, that's just guessing, because that's the part where technical analysis doesn't work. We don't know the day of tomorrow. We just see the probabilities. So right now the probabilities tell me that we are going up, probably to retest 40K, and then come back down to retest the bottom of the channel, possibly just before the next move up. But if you ask me when, I don't know when. No one knows. That's a question that everyone wants to know, but no one will get the right answer because no one knows the future. And we don't do that here. Sorry, man. I don't know when this will get to 40 again after the correction getting back to the channel. So, you know, right now, if we are going to get to 40, I might say that this will happen around the next few days, beginning of February, probably the first week. But if you ask me after that, if you come back down to retest the bottom of the channel and you tell me, okay, when after that are we going to 40? I don't know. It could be next week. It could be 2 years from now. No one knows. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty. No one knows. And then we are all equal in trading. So there's no advantage. I can tell you the probabilities are very high that we are having a spring and next we could have a retest. But I cannot tell you exactly when this will happen. I can tell you that the probabilities are higher of this being a final bottom for this big correction. I can't tell you anything else. I just, you know, technical analysis in this channel is when should I, where is the best area to buy, where is the best area to sell, and where should I DCA according to the price structure we have on screen and according to the context. And the context tells me that right now, this is the area to get into the market, this is the area to DCA, and this is the area to take profits. That's what we do here. We don't guess the future, man. I wish I could, but we don't guess the future. So, sorry for that. I just tell you what reasonable things are. So reasonable is to think that in 4 or 5 months we could see a new all-time high. That's reasonable, because I'm not saying in 4 months' time we are going to have a new all-time high. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's reasonable to think like that because it took 4 to 5 months from this bottom to this all-time high. But history does not tell the future. So it's reasonable to think like that, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen, okay? So it's a very, very different game. But yeah, but I understand, you know, everyone asks this question, when? Well, nobody knows when. You know, I don't really care about the when, because if you follow this strategy that I use, you don't care about the when. You just care about what price structure do I have that allows me to get back into the market? And this is the right moment. You know, this is the price structure that everyone was waiting for, and now everyone is afraid to buy because they think, oh, this will break the 30K to the downside and so on. I don't really care about that. This is technically, this is the best area to buy. It's the bottom of the range. You know, guys, you have to understand, I don't really care when should I buy. I follow this strategy because the strategy tells me when to buy, not when will this happen. It tells me right now, this strategy here tells me I'm below the context. This is DCA area. We just touched the bottom of a ranging channel and we started to move up. So this is a very nice area to DCA. So that's what my strategy tells me. But if you asked me 3 months ago, when would be the best time to buy? Of course, I would not have any data to tell you this would be around the last week of January. This is, you know, the indicator tells you when to do it, but it doesn't tell you in the future. It tells you right now. So that's my strategy. Okay, you did not mark it. Did you see that every time there is a double bottom on the week time frame, the price pumps hard? Let me check that on the weekly chart here, and let's check if this is true. I did not check that on the MRI strategy, but I can check it here. So let's see where that double bottom. I have only one double bottom, which is the, well, yeah, okay, we can call it the double bottom. Let's see it in full screen. This one didn't touch here, so there is no double bottom there. The only double bottom I have is here. So we have one. Yes, it's true. We touched it here and we touched it there. We can say it was almost the same level, right? And then it was a big pump. Sure, but this is only once. So we had it once only. This one was not a double bottom. And I don't see any double bottoms here also. Nope. We don't have a double bottom for a long time. So let me see. Yeah, no, we didn't have a double bottom for a long time. This is not a double bottom. Because this was not a bottom. This was just sideways action after starting to go up. This was a bottom, but there is no double bottom. So the only double bottom we have in the recent past, at least 4 years or 5, well, since the previous all-time high, at least, we don't have any double bottoms. The only one we have is this one. I could say that this is the one, but this is really, really, you know, sketchy double bottom because this candle here left a big wick behind. But in order to see this as a double bottom, you have to go to the daily chart. And then on the daily chart, you can see it better as a double bottom. Let's see. Okay, yeah, well, this one I would, yeah, this one I would say it could be a double bottom, yeah. On the daily chart, you can see it even better because there are no such big wicks as the weekly one. So, yeah. Yeah, this one is acceptable, but it's only one. So you say every time there is a double bottom on the week time frame, well, I didn't see any more, at least to the previous all-time high, any double bottoms on the weekly chart. But maybe if you saw it, maybe you can tell me. Let's see. My triangle theory chart on crypto PTs, it points all-time high on July. Yeah. Well, I said, yeah, May, June, probably May, end of May, beginning of June. Yeah, July is acceptable and reasonable to think that it could take one more month. So it's perfectly reasonable to think that we could have an all-time high during the, you know, the summer of 2022. So I don't like to put timings on stuff because, you know, the timing is really impossible to predict in the future. So exactly. Exactly as predicted. Okay, guys, let's end the stream for today. It was really cool talking to you again. I was missing having this live stream. Let's see any more questions. I have one here. Do you think the tension between Ukraine and Russia are hurting the price of Bitcoin? No, I don't think that because it didn't happen yet. There's no tension. Well, the tension is there, but nothing happened. So unless a war starts, I don't see that having any influence on Bitcoin's price right now. Probably if a war starts there, probably we will see some markets going down. Probably Bitcoin will have also another small leg to the downside. I hope we don't break this ranging channel here on screen. But for now, it's not influencing anything because we are going up, slowly and steadily going up from the low of 33,000. Let's see how that goes. But of course, yeah, I have the possibility in my mind that if a war starts in Ukraine, probably we will see downside on many things, not just Bitcoin. And now it's time to take the pills. The orange one, of course, others have a lot of side effects. And what a good way to end this stream and to wrap up with such a nice phrase by Hugo Cruz here. Yeah. So guys, I really thank you all for coming here today. Don't forget, let me just remind you again, please visit the fumoneypod.com website, click the yellow. I should make it orange and say this is a orange pill. This one here. Actually, it's a bit of orange on top. I should say this is the orange pill. Check the network of channels, follow the links, help this little guy here to get 1,000 subscriptions. And let's see if we get together again on Monday as usual after the weekly close. So I hope everything goes fine with you guys during the weekend. I wish you all a very, very nice weekend. And if you speak Portuguese, of course, and you want to see the analysis in Portuguese. Also, I probably will be at the Hard Fork Cafe tonight. I still can't tell you for sure because I didn't get any messages from those guys. But probably I will because Danielle is not available. So let's see. If not, I will also probably do it in Portuguese some other day. So don't be worried about that. Okay. Thanks to all of you. Let me just go back to this angle and let's remove this here. Okay, guys, that's it. Let's go to the usual stuff that you guys know already. If you enjoy this content, please leave us a like, gently touch the like button. Subscribe to the channels, plural. We have 3 channels on YouTube and Rumble, and also podcasts on Apple, Google, and Spotify. So search for us on the website, fumoneypod.com, and you will see all the links, all the relevant links to those platforms. Also the Telegram groups, don't forget, join us in Portuguese or English, if this is according to your language specifications, of course. And now the wise words that usually end all the streams.
All right, let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out there.
Exactly, guys. Let's roll and let's be real careful out there in the markets. And I will see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.